I am told that this is where Radovan Krejcir came to mingle with the rich and flaunt his own wealth. It is alleged that he even had a private saloon in the Marriott Hotel. Miloslav Potiska, or Miloš, says he met Radovan Krejcir at a car show here in the Czech Republic in 2003. Krejcir was introduced to him as a VIP. Miloš is a convicted drug dealer who has spent time in prison here. He also spent nearly 2 years working for Krejcir in South Africa. He explains why he thinks Krejcir chose to seek refuge in South Africa.
Because there is big crime, and there is diamonds, there is gold.
There is a drug smuggling network.
He says Krejcir may have lived the high life in Prague, but in Bedfordview, south of Johannesburg, he was broke and lived off his mother.
It's like bubble, big bubble, He just have just the cars, and the house which he pay not for big money, okay? It's just money what his mother sent him or something what he have from Czech Republic before. But after that, he don't have like so much. I remember it's few days like Saturday, Sunday, we don't have for petrol. Money Point may make some money, okay, but just for, I don't know, like for electricity, for payment to people, for petrol, for food, but nothing special, like not, you cannot live like high society from that,
Money Point is the gold and diamond dealership in Bedfordview believed to be Krejcir's front business. He recently denied owning it. Miloš insists it was Krejcir's business and says the murders of many of his associates can be directly linked to money. He claims to have information that would help the South African police link Krejcir to several murders.
Cyril Bika, Sam Issa, Rosalind Lakanin, Ronnie Buma, John Harvat.
Cyril Bika, a prominent underworld figure in the Cape, was allegedly Krejcir's security consultant. He was assassinated by unknown gunmen on a motorcycle in 2011. Krejcir has always denied ordering a hit on Bika.
I've never been involved in this Bika murder.
Some investigators believe Bika was killed because he knew too much about Krejcir's part in the 2010 murder of strip club owner Lolly Jackson. It's alleged that Krejcir and Jackson were involved in a money laundering syndicate. Another Krejcir associate and known drug trafficker, Sam Issa, was gunned down in Bedfordview in October last year. Miloš says Krejcir owed Issa money and that he took him out to avoid paying his debt. All in all, more than a dozen people associated with Krejcir were murdered, but he denies involvement.
I've done nothing wrong. And as I said, the time will show us who was right and who was wrong. But from day one, when I arrived to South Africa, I knew it. I want to stay here, and I am really in love with this country, and I love the country, and I am very happy with and I believe for the justice system in this country.
Miloš wouldn't tell me what he knows about the killings and Krejcir's alleged role in them.
When I talk to a Czech journalist, it's different. When I talk to a South African journalist, I could be investigated. They can open a case or something.
I will make the deal with government. I don't have problem. Okay, I have proofs. I have papers. I have messages. I have everything. For that. Everything what I say, it's I have proofs.
So would you testify for the state?
If certain conditions are fulfilled.
So I'm not going to South Africa because I know when I arrive there I'm in debt.
Surely, if Krejcir is guilty of these crimes, Miloš should be too, by association. He says not.
I don't come to South Africa to kill people, okay? But this happened, It's Cyril Bika is dead. I cannot be responsible for him, okay? For Sam Issa and another guys, I tell them before. I tell Sam, hey, don't push him so much, okay?
He claims he's turned his life around, but was cagey when I asked him how he makes his living today. What are you doing now?
I'm the husband.
Have you put that life behind you?
Yes, I have a lot of people, a lot of friends. They help me.
Even his wife, 32-year-old Cape Town model Shimon Shields, has been linked to Krejcir. Shields claims that Krejcir ordered Milosh to kill her after she failed to secure him property owned by a prominent Johannesburg businessman.
Milosh was supposed to organize a sleeping drug or some drug to make a bit woozy. I was supposed to give it to him, and then they were supposed to sign some property deal handing over property to Radovan, because Radovan obviously had no money, like my husband said, and he needed to take that property and sell it or use it to bring in money for himself and his family and his business deals.
She says the plan never went ahead.
My husband never organized anything. No, he never ended up organizing the sleeping tablets or whatever it was. At that stage, Radovan had said to Milosh, the girl that I have organized to go into house, when she's done what I need to do, you need to get rid of her. We all know what it means when Radovan says we need to get rid of somebody, so...
Kill them.
Exactly.
She and Milosh fled South Africa together in 2012.
That he had to remove me completely from the situation and then remove himself.
Were you married already?
No, we got married in the Czech Republic 3 to 4 months after I arrived here.
How did you originally meet Radovan Krejcir?
I originally met Radovan Krejcir through Marissa and Jerome Safi.
And Marissa is Radovan's girlfriend?
That's correct.
As a young girl, were you not overwhelmed and scared by these people?
Let me just put it this, before I met these people, I saw everything pink. I was like Alice in Wonderland. I didn't know that the world that I was in was the underworld.
And what about being married to a man associated with drug trafficking and killings?
I wouldn't say that he is responsible for the deaths and that happened or the bad, because he's actually completely the opposite of what everybody thinks about him. He's actually a disaster preventer. He can be friends with a murderer and he can be friends with an angel. But like he said to Radovan, I don't kill chicks and I don't kill children.
If you were a man, would you be gone?
If I was a man, he would have tried to structure it differently, I'm sure.
When I got back to South Africa, I shared this information with the National Prosecuting Authority and the police. The NPA said they weren't available to discuss any cases that were sub judice, and that if anyone wanted to turn state witness, they should approach the police. The police told me Milosh was a person of interest to them, but that, quote, given the sensitive nature of the investigations, it is not prudent to provide further details at this stage. Forensic consultant Paul O'Sullivan, who helped investigate Krejcir, had a whole lot more to say.
Milosh knows everything that went on between March 2011 and 2012, the end of 2012 when he left the country. We know for a fact that Milosh was requested by Krejcir to arrange a hit on me. And for that reason alone, he could give evidence at the trial of Krejcir next year, where Krejcir is charged with conspiracy to commit murder.
And what about the fact that Milosh himself is implicated?
When you're taking down a mafia guy like Krejcir, unfortunately you have to, as your best witnesses, are going to be people that worked with him.
But in the past, some of the state's witnesses against Krejcir mysteriously pulled out at the 11th hour.
But that's the modus operandi of Krejcir. I think what one has to do is be selective about the information that you use from people like Milosh, or anybody for that matter that was working with Krejcir. And when you get that information, you have to corroborate it.
What stands in the way of the South African investigation is what scuppered the chances the Czech police had to prosecute him: a corruptible system. To this, SAP says the public must be patient. Corrupt policemen are being dealt with. We put all these allegations to Krejcir through his lawyers, and this is how they responded. Any allegation by Mr. Miloslav Potiska that Mr. Krejcir made himself guilty of any criminal conduct is denied and rejected with the utmost contempt. Mr. Potiska probably fled South Africa for fear of being prosecuted by the South African authorities relating to his own criminal conduct, which Krejcir bears no knowledge of. Our client has no fear of Mr. Potiska turning state witness against him, since Mr. Potiska will only be exposed for the liar he is. They also placed on record that Krejcir had nothing to do with the Lolly Jackson murder. Krejcir is currently in a Pretoria prison, awaiting the resumption of his trial in April next year. It remains to be seen whether his Superman status will hold beyond his country's borders.
That's all from us this week. Please do send us your comments and story suggestions. Thanks for watching. From Prague, I'm eNCA.